It's football season in Montana, and that means it's hunting season too. Keep your taste buds watering whether you're bow hunting or tailgating by staying stocked up on Alpine Touch. The traditional seasoning is perfect for any and all meat. The barbecue sauce, perfect for your tailgate. And the sunflower seeds, amazing, are ideal for hunting camp or your seat at the football stadium. Available at retail locations around the state or at alpinetouch.com. Alpine Touch, Montana's special spice.
Well, obviously a huge win. We've got a lot of respect for this program, Coach Hill, what they've been able to do. So to come down here on a short week, they had a bye. It certainly wasn't pretty. To some degree, we maybe beat them at their own game. We got the 2 turnovers, and that was, I think, the biggest difference in the game. Credit to our guys that just continue to fight and believe in each other. Excited to get the big W down here, huge W. So
that defensive performance lights out. I mean, I think they had 2 first downs the entire second half. So, I mean, what did you think of just the way those guys played?
Well, very resilient from the standpoint. We gave up that long drive to start the game, and I think our guys certainly have a lot of pride and belief in that type of thing in each other, and we were able to crank up the pressure, get them behind the chains consistently, and just keep working. And really, I know we made some easy adjustments after that, not giving us some access to the field on some throws. So credit to our coaches, but the players were the ones that really got it done on the field.
And particularly the pass rush, especially on third downs, and especially Daniel Hardy. So can you just talk about those aspects?
Yeah, it's been our story all season. If we can get teams in third and long, it's going to be to our benefit. We've got some excellent rushers. That whole crew we send out there on third down creates havoc, and really got their quarterback, who was coming off of injury, pretty dang tentative, and he made some plays along the way, but ultimately, we got after him pretty good, I thought, in the pass rush game.
How much do you think especially the performance in the fourth quarter from the pass rush was due to kind of those rotations to keep the guys fresh?
That's a very good point. I think, we've gotten more and more comfortable playing more guys up front really after the first game. And when we can keep guys fresh and they can be running Mach 1 in the fourth quarter, it makes a big difference. Their same 5-0 linemen were probably out there the whole game, and our guys were coming off and on and off the field. So credit to our coaches building depth, trusting guys, and obviously played out big for us in the second half.
Coach, what's it like to see Hardy wreak havoc in the backfield? He's put on the weight in the offseason. It seems like he's putting the work in his paying off.
Yeah, he was one of the first guys going back to February. We were in the gym in the South Dome. You said that guy is going to be something, and I think the change in scheme, putting him in position to play DN, put his hand down. I think we have a prototypical pass rusher, and he plays with such passion and such energy and just terrific effort, and he's getting better at the technical perspective. So, he's a lot to handle for sure.
How much did the defense affect the offensive game plan, if at all?
Their defense?
Your defensive performance.
I don't know. I think you feel like, okay, we got a lead. we got up 3. We got up 6. We really didn't fare well on the field position tonight. We were just trying to get first downs, and credit to Weaver's defense. That's the hallmark for them, is to play really good defense, run the football. And we didn't have a lot of success with that, and I'm sure there'll be things that we need to correct and have to figure out going into this next game. But, you feel good about the way the defense is playing, and offensively, just got to figure out. I'm glad we were able to at least finish on the field at the end. That was good to see the offense be able to get that last first down and kneeing the ball at the end for sure.
We're getting frustrated with just running and not getting many yards and a lot of 3 and outs, especially in the
second half. For sure, yeah. I think we're more capable on offense, production-wise, than we showed. But that's a good team too. That's a good defense, and I think as the game went on, they were able to put more and more pressure on us up front, and we'll have to take a good hard look at it. Like I said, I'm sure there's things we could have done better, differently, whatever. But at the end of the day, we win as a team, and we found a way to do it collectively tonight. And really proud of the guys.
mentioned earlier this week just the respect you had for Weber State. You guys matched their physicality. Even like you said, you even mentioned they maybe even beat them at their own games. What did you think of the ability to rise to the occasion, especially from a physicality perspective?
No, that's I think that was the mark going into this game. Could we be the more physical team? Who would win the battle in the line of scrimmage? And it was pretty dang tight. I know ultimately we got them in third and long, and we got a lead, so they were forced into pass mode, and we could turn our guys loose and really make it hard on them. Fortunate for us that we got those 2 takeaways that we were able to turn into scores. Those weren't easy kicks necessarily, so kudos to Blake for knocking them through to get us that lead. And then, like I said, they were in catch-up mode. If the tables were turned and we were in catch-up mode, I don't know how that would have looked, but that wasn't the case tonight.
Was the run game plan and running heavily, especially in the first half too? Was that a plan coming in? Was that just mostly reacting to what was happening?
Well, the one thing I look at, they really controlled field position all night, and anytime you're backed up, it does change your thinking a little bit. We were able to put together the one drive with a couple long runs within it. I know we had some perimeter penalties as that first half concluded. We certainly want to be balanced. It wasn't in the cards tonight for us to have that explosive night offensively. But at the end of the day, we got the win, and we gotta keep improving offensively. There's no question about it. But I know we're a team that can win by leaning on its defense too, and that was evident tonight.
And then Tyrell coming in for Eric and playing pretty much all the game after the first little bit. What was kind of the reasoning for that?
Well, Eric went down obviously, and
was it injury?
Yeah, he went down, and I certainly don't know the extent of that injury, but he was unavailable after halftime. And Tyrell got enough reps last week where he was game ready. He was ready to go the long haul, and he did that tonight. Proud of him coming back through this. It's been frustrating for him, and now he's got 2 games under his belt, and my guess is he played pretty well tonight.
Any other injuries from this game, Coach?
Not that I'm aware of. I'm sure we're beat up a little bit. The short week creates a long week going into Idaho State, so the guys will have to get healed up the next couple days, and we'll be back to work on Monday.
In the punt game, how'd you limit Shaheed? Was Bryce floating the punts a little bit on purpose to try to make him fair catch it?
Well, I think what we've had to talk about with Bryce is just trust your coverage.
Sure.
And he's got a big leg, and he hit a variety of balls, but he was really quick to fair catch it, and I think that's credit to Bryce with his hang time, but also our guys putting pressure on him covering. And I thought we covered him on the kick side, the kickoff side well. They got one out a little ways, but we knew neutralizing him was going to be a big thing, and I thought special teams wise that at the very least it was a draw, and ultimately a team like Weber State that has an explosive player like that, I'm certain they're counting on him to make a play or two, and it just didn't happen for them tonight.
And then RJ returning, what did you see from him, and how amazed are you that he's back this soon?
Well, knowing him, he was going to do everything he could to get back as soon as he could, and this game kind of became his mark a few weeks back, and once he got the clearance, there was no holding him back, and he's such a critical part of our offense, and to have him back, and we'll be able to build off of his reps. I don't know exactly how many plays he got tonight, but he brings a nasty physical nature to our offense. He's a competitive kid, and really excited to have him back.
After that opening drive, 97 yards down the field, then you guys gave up nothing after that. What did you adjust, and how are you guys able to sort of rise to the occasion?
Honestly, there weren't too many adjustments that we had to make. It was really just like we had to circle the wagons, and it was like, we sat down, we had a little, our meetings on the bench, and nobody flinched. We knew what we were in for. We knew it was going to be a fist fight, and we just had to go out there and buckle down the hatches. So
you guys were superb on third down. So how are you able to do it, especially yourself in particular, but just in general, rushing the passer, particularly on third down?
Honestly, we got some dogs in the D-line room, like Chase, Amandre, Seabass, those guys were all over the quarterback today. Like I finished a few of them, but they were making his life hell today. So, all props to them. I can't do my job if they don't do theirs. It's, we're all working together as a team. And I think everybody just did a phenomenal job and gave phenomenal effort today.
Arguably, though, Danny, you were one of the stars of the show of this entire game. How good are you feeling after this win?
I feel great. I never really try and look at it as just me because, like I just said, like I can't do my job without everybody else. If the DBs aren't covering downfield, I don't have time to get back there. Love those guys to death. It was a team win. This wasn't just one person. So, I told everybody before the game, I said I wouldn't want to play this game with any other group of people than the ones who are in this room right now. And I think we did an excellent job holding each other up and, playing as a team.
That all said, where does that game rank on the games you've had individually?
Honestly, it might have to be number 2. Number 1 was a game I played in high school. It was against another really big team, just like this, conference champs. The year before they beat our team 50-7, and we ended the game on a pick 6. So it was sweet, another great team win, and so that honestly might be one of the biggest highlights of my life right there.
Well, speaking of that, you guys haven't played down here, haven't played them since 2018. So, they've been the Big Sky champions. How much did that motivate you as you prepared for this game?
Honestly, Coach Vigen talked about it a lot, respecting your opponent and understanding who these guys were and what they were capable of. And so, it wasn't going to come out here and we came off a couple of wins, so we weren't going to come out acting all high and mighty. We had to, humble ourselves a little bit and understand what we were getting into.
Arguably the biggest play of the game, where you come fumble out and the offense takes the lead with football afterwards. Walk us through that play and then what your reaction was afterwards.
Honestly, it was really just when he escaped the pocket, I was running him down and all I could hear was Coach Reisinger, in my head saying takeaway week. And, it was just, talking about that's, we practice that all the time. When you tackle, throw the hammers and try and pop that thing out. So, that's just practice taking over and, things that our coaches, the tools they give us in our tool belt taking over.
Did you see Troy catch it? Do you think he's going to score?
Honestly, I didn't see anything. I was underneath the quarterback, so I didn't know until I got up.
How important do you think these D-line rotations are to being able to stay fresh the whole game and having that good performance?
I'm so glad you asked that. I couldn't be more appreciative of, our dudes. We, guys like Ben, Brody, we tell those guys, you're not backups, you're starters. You're going in and you're taking real reps. And so, them coming in and actually making plays. There's one play where Ben set up the whole defense for, that first sack I had because they were in 3rd and long and they couldn't get their run game going. So, couldn't appreciate those guys more. Love them to death, and I'm happy to see their improvement and their progression as players.
All right, you did one more.
Just with this win, what do you think? How do you think you as a team should be regarded amongst the best in the FCS?
I'm not concerned about that because we're going to come out and approach every team the same, man. We're going to come out and we're going to give you our best shot. It doesn't matter who it is. Like I say, it could be Alabama or it could be a high school team. We're coming out to knock some heads. So,
thanks.
Yeah. How would you describe his performance?
I mean, phenomenal. Especially as a back end player, it makes your job easy when you know that the quarterback has about 2 seconds back there, and that's max, or else he's getting hit in the face by Daniel Hardy. Makes our job really easy, and all those guys up front make our job easy. You got guys like Chase, Amandre, Daniel. You know that the quarterback's just not going to have a lot of time. Makes our life easy for sure.
You guys had a crazy amount of 3 and outs. How'd you guys keep staying prepared to go back out on the field and make these stops?
Because we were just telling each other that's our job. We play defense for Montana State. We pride ourselves in our tough, hard-nosed defense. We're going to play fast. We're going to play physical, and it's just what we do. That's the expectation, is that if they have the ball, we're going to go out there and stop them.
That's been the best defensive team in the conference for about 5 years. You guys just showed them something different. So how much pride does that give you?
Sorry, say that again.
You guys just outplayed the best defensive team in the conference. So
yeah,
how much confidence does that give you? How much pride?
We knew there was a new sheriff coming into town, so that's no surprise to us. But it definitely boosts our confidence. But we're not surprised at all.
Ranked win, on the road on a short week. How excited are you guys to be able to overcome all of those obstacles?
Super pumped. I knew we were ready. Come Sunday, which was our first practice, so we normally get Sunday off. We came in, and the electricity went down in the building as soon as we started watching film. And we're like, you know what? The cards are stacked against us, and nobody's complaining. Everyone's staying dialed. We didn't have any excuses all week. We ran with the punches, and so that's how I knew this team was going to come in. We were going to come in prepared and ready to go, is because nobody was making any excuses. We could have made 20 different excuses. Oh, short week. Oh, they had an extra bye week. Nah, we're just going to come in and we're going to get the W by any means.
Does overcoming those obstacles provide you any more confidence going into the rest of the season?
Absolutely. I mean, it just shows us that we can do it. We don't make any excuses. We just put our nose to the grindstone and we just do it. We get the job done.
How did it feel to hear the fans say "Thank you, defense" at the very end of the game?
I mean, that's awesome. There'll come a time though where the offense is going to do that same thing for us, and we play for each other. We're a team. So I mean, I love that they were cheering that, but ultimately that's still a team victory. We did what we had to do, and if our offense scores points, then it's our job to stop them. We scored points. If they don't score, we win the game. So the offense did what they were supposed to do. We did what we were supposed to do.
After the Wyoming game, how hungry were you guys for a game like this?
Absolutely. I got back into the locker room and I was talking to Jeff, and that was, we came in and he was like, that's to make up for Wyoming. Because as a defense, we had an opportunity to stop them. We didn't, and we knew we should have. So we came back this game and we took care of business, and that didn't feel good.
And you guys, obviously you're subbing in a lot of guys still, defensive linemen, and then Tyrell coming in for Erica. I mean, how important do you think that is, especially on a short week, to have so many guys rotate?
Super important, and I love how everyone's ready to step up on this defense. And I think Montana State in general, we've always had guys year after year ready to step up and make plays. So it's very admirable of them to do that.
Is anything you guys adjusted after that first drive? Because I think 97 yards on the first drive, then they had like 90 yards the whole rest of the game.
Yeah, they came at us with a lot of unbalanced, and so we came back to the sideline, adjusted to it, and you saw after that, I mean, we obviously made the correct adjustments, and so, yeah.